Our panelists will highlight the many ways in which African Americans and Black folks everywhere show up in their everydayness in this world as the vulnerable and marginalized, as veterans, as LGBTQ plus, same gender loving people, as at risk youth, as people who are all deserving of policies that support our mental health and recognize that we matter. Thank you again for joining us today. I am deeply honored and looking forward to this discussion. I'd like to go ahead and turn things over to our moderator here today, A. Prince Albert III, who is going to moderate the discussion. Prince is currently the inaugural Technology and Telecommunications Fellow at the Leadership Conference on Civil Rights and Human Rights, where he thoughtfully and passionately advocates for the most marginalized communities in his work. Also, a veteran, a former high school teacher. I know he's going to add a richness and perspective to our dialogue here today. Prince, the floor is yours. Thank you.
Our knees, our backs, or our voices like me here today from overuse or trauma, so too from time to time, our minds may suffer from overburden and trauma. There is no shame whatsoever in seeking help to restore our minds. Black mental health is of utmost importance right now as we weather dual pandemics. The coronavirus disease of 2019 has plagued our world with 12.6 million cases. 3.3 million people have cases have been reported in the United States, and the virus has claimed more than 137,000 American lives to date. COVID 19 has exposed long-standing disparities between the rich and the poor, people of privilege and people of pillage. The US Centers for Disease Control report that Black people are double to triple times more likely to be hospitalized and to succumb to COVID 19 than their white counterparts. This more recent pandemic exposes centuries old pandemic of historical racism. Public policy researchers Keith Lawrence and Terry Keller define structural racism as the normalization and the legitimization of interpersonal dynamics that systematically advantage white people while producing cumulative and chronic adverse outcomes for people of color. Racism and COVID 19 both plague every sector, from healthcare to education, employment, housing, financial services, voting, criminal justice, civil litigation, and even media and entertainment. This year, the deaths of George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, Tony McDade, and Breonna Taylor Say Her Name have triggered ongoing international movements for Black lives. Their deaths have framed existential discourse about the value of Black life, the role of Black culture, and the responsibilities of the Black community. Black people are now most at risk for losing their support systems, their livelihoods, their lives, and losing their minds during this epic convergence of dual pandemics. Thus, we gather here today to discuss the ways in which the media and communications technology writ large can play a more meaningful role in addressing the mental health of Black people. The telecommunications sector is uniquely situated to educate and acculturate the masses about Black experiences. The joys, pains, laughs, music, dances, profound thoughts, and poetic words that convey who we are, how we got here, and where we want to go from here. With us today to lay a strong foundation for our panel discussion is the lovely Congresswoman from New Jersey. Congresswoman Bonnie Watson Coleman, a longtime public servant and advocate for New Jersey families, was elected in 2018 to her third term in the United States House of Representatives. The first African American Congresswoman to represent New Jersey, Watson Coleman is the daughter of legendary state legislator John S. Watson. She is passionate about the issues that affect working families of all backgrounds, including criminal justice reform, economic empowerment, and infrastructure rebuilding. She focuses these and other critical issues as a member of House committees on reparations and homeland security. Her biography of public service is so long, I cannot possibly cover everything she has done here today. But instead of hearing my raspberry, I invite Congresswoman Watson Coleman to make her remarks. To you, Congresswoman.
Morning. Good morning. And thank you, Prince, for the kind introduction. And thank you, Commissioner Starks, for the invitation